All right, we back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Talk about some NBA. Got a few NBA videos coming today. Don't forget, we got the NFL Week 3 wrap up and 4 prediction coming in preview. But let's get to this video. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Apparently, Kawhi Leonard's trainer, I think his name Clint Parks, I'll put it on the description. He spilled some tea out about the Los Angeles Clippers team. We know Kawhi would never do nothing like that, but he says that Paul George's basketball IQ is questionable, and he also says that Montrezl Harrell is a double agent, and they'd rather have Dwight Howard. I think adding Dwight Howard would have been great. I know some talks about them trying to trade for Andre Drummond, but they didn't want to give up Montrezl Harrell. I don't know why. Montrezl Harrell is a good player, but he can't be your center. And Zubac can't be your starting center, and that's why they got exposed by Nikola Jokic. Okay, but I don't like the backup dancers talking. It's always dudes like Clint Parks who's trying to get some 5 minutes of fame. Just shut the fuck up. Why is you spilling tea? Why you saying stuff like this for clout? We grown men. If Kawhi want to come out and say it, he gonna come out and say it. But this is what everybody trying to get their 5 minutes of fame. But I feel that maybe Paul George's basketball IQ is questionable. I definitely can see it, in some of the stuff that he do. Obviously they traded for him. He was the first choice. It was like Kyrie, it was Jimmy Butler. It was a lot of people that, Kawhi Leonard probably wanted before Paul George, and they gave up every draft pick till 2027. But like I said before, basketball IQ can be learned. You know what I'm saying? And Kawhi and Paul George can work it out. But it just seemed to be a mental block where Paul George just stopped balling in the playoffs. And also he got the shoulder injury, and when stuff don't go right, he got ice on the shoulder to use that as, an excuse. But to be honest, that team, they need a little few tweaks. And really the players they can move is Paul George if anybody want him. And me and my boys talk about Paul George for Bradley Beal, but I don't think the Wizards would do that. At this point, I probably would take Paul George for John Wall, depending on what John Wall looking like. If I can get John Wall and something else, I might consider doing that, because we know John Wall gonna play defense, and we know John Wall can hit some pretty big shots. It's just that you got to have shooters around him. I feel like the Clippers got shooters around them. Maybe they can get that big fella they got over there, Thomas Bryant, and you could do Paul George and for John Wall and maybe somebody else. But the Clippers got to redo some things, and the players they can move is Paul George. They can move Lewis Williams. I know they don't want to. Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverley, and try to break it down and get some good guys, because they don't have no draft picks. But to be honest, I don't like the personal trainer coming out here talking stuff, trying to be a team player. Oh man, make it look like Kawhi just complaining. He probably do complain to people behind the scenes. Like Paul George ain't this, and Montrezl really this. I don't know what they mean when Montrezl a double agent. Does that mean like he playing for the Clippers, or he playing for the Lakers really, and he helping them out? But it is what it is. I just think people should shut up. Like you had Carmelo, personal trainer or somebody his circle said that he wanted a farewell tour, and Carmelo came out and said that wasn't true. That he never wanted a farewell tour. So all these dudes get to talking and try to get their 5 minutes of fame and try to get their Instagram thoughts up. That ain't the thing to do. But I do think they should acquire Dwight Howard. That could have went a long way. They got Joakim Noah and didn't even play him. Why not? If Montrezl not getting it done and Zubac not getting it done, would it hurt to put Joakim Noah in? And that's why Doc Rivers gone. And you got to add, Lewis Williams left the bubble and he never found the rhythm. Montrezl left the bubble. He never found the rhythm. Had they played up to par, they would be in the NBA Finals. All Paul George had to do was play defense. So everybody blaming it on Paul George, but in actuality, in reality, Montrezl Harrell and Lewis Williams never found they rhythm when they left the bubble and came back. And also, to be real, Patrick Beverley was injured, so he didn't really give you nothing. So, people blaming on Doc Rivers, it was more about personnel, But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think about Kawhi Leonard's personal trainer spilling the tea and saying that Paul George's IQ is questionable, basketball IQ, and also Montrezl was a double agent. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, require response to your video request. All those links in the description. Also got a Facebook group. Want to make a donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. The PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate personally is to share the video one time. For the one time, we go.